Greetings, I'm SnapJelly, and my wife is angry with me because I didn't like the avocado milkshake that she made.
What do you think about?
It tastes wrong. It tastes like avocado with sugar, and that's just weird.
No, it's perfect.
I'm not mad with you, I'm not angry with you. I love you. And I'm kind of happy because I can drink more if you don't. You know me, right?
Alright, that works. You can make avocado smoothies for yourself. Alright, so some of you have been asking me where I've been and why I wasn't uploading. Actually, the first person who messaged me on Instagram about why I wasn't uploading did so in May. Like on the 16th of May was when I got the first DM asking where I was. And well, it's August now. So basically what happened is my computer exploded. It still ran, it still worked, but it didn't run any of the software that we used to edit, and also the battery was broken. It doesn't charge anymore. So it still runs if it's plugged in, but if you wiggle like the cable wrong, then it instantly shuts off because it's completely out of battery unless it is charging constantly. So we couldn't edit. We had to buy a new computer, which we did. And getting this new computer took fucking forever. Everything went wrong. So basically we found a computer online that we bought, and it arrived, and it seemed to work fine at first, but it had like a weird bar at the top of the screen, so there was something wrong. But it worked as far as we knew, so we called them, they would come and repair it, and until they did, we would just be able to use it normally. So we installed all the programs that we use, and I was on it for maybe like an hour, and then the screen shut off just completely, and it didn't come on again. So we called the company asking them like, yo, the laptop you send us is broken, and they would come and repair it, and that would take like a maximum of 10 days I think they had, and if it would take longer than 10 days then they would come pick the computer up and we would get our money back. Now at first they said that they would go and repair it, but the parts that they needed to repair it were not available in Brazil, so they had to get imported, and we were just basically waiting for the stuff to arrive. Obviously they were too late. Eventually they came and picked the computer up, and we were waiting for us to get our money back, and that took forever. And we couldn't just buy a new one because we don't have double computer money just lying around the place. We needed to wait for our money to come back before we could buy a different computer. This took forever as well. We were waiting, and eventually that didn't even happen. But what happened was we found a different computer on the website for a similar price, and we negotiated that we could get that one instead of the first computer that we bought. So we did. We had to wait for that to arrive, which took forever because they didn't want to drop off the package at our condominium. Basically what happens if we get a package, it gets delivered at the security at the front gate, and then they send us a text message saying we have a package for you, and we go there and pick it up. Now because this was a laptop, like an expensive item, they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to give it to somebody else. They wanted to give it to us in person, even though the first laptop they gave it to the front desk and there was no problem. But they wanted to give it to us in purpose, but somebody didn't fucking negotiate our address properly. So the delivery company didn't know our address and couldn't find our house on the day that they were, coming to bring the computer. So they took it back. After that, we called them saying, yo, listen, the computer should have arrived 2 days ago, where is it? And they told us, okay, well, we don't have your address. Fine, whatever. We told them our address. That went wrong once more again, I believe, because we called them twice, I think.
I called them 4 times.
Well, in total, but like we gave them our address, we waited some more, Then we called them again, both the computer company and the delivery company, because one of them didn't have our address because they didn't
And
tell
the
each
store,
other.
because it's the store, the factory, and the
Right, so somebody didn't have our address, so we still didn't have the computer, so we called all of them, gave all of them our address, and then the computer was shipped to us, and guess what? They delivered it at the front of the condominio, where we had to pick it up like they could have done in the first place, and it would have been a lot earlier. But all of that being said, it arrived and it works, and we have all the programs that we need downloaded, installed, and whatnot.
more 4 hours putting again. It's important to say that.
Put what again?
All the programs that I already had put.
Oh yeah, well, we already installed all the crap on the laptop that arrived broken, so we'd have to do that again, but doesn't matter. It's here, it works, it runs amazingly, so, well, if you see this video, that means that everything went right, and we can start filming it. And we got some proper equipment, we got not one tripod, but 2 tripods, and
more true downstairs.
we have more tripods downstairs because we have several cameras and a ring light and professional stuff, and I have an itch on my back. Scratch, please. Thank you. So that's basically what's going down. And for the rest, we're honestly kind of just waiting. Like, we were also like doing the final steps of finalizing my visa. But you know, in the meantime, the end of the world started happening, and if you've been paying attention, then you know that Brazil is not doing very well in its efforts to prevent it. So basically, a little after the last video that you saw, the last vlog that I made, where I said, oh, we're gonna do all this stuff, we're gonna get in shape, blah blah blah, the federal police started to seize all activities, and it just shut down. And basically, we are waiting for it to start again. So that I get my visa finalized, and you know that we're done with everything. That's kind of what we've been doing. Not a lot is what I'm trying to say. We've been doing not a lot. We've been waiting on that. The limited amount of time that I was allowed to stay in Brazil it's normally supposed to be 3 months, but apparently that has been paused now until the federal police starts again, and then we can, you know, take the last steps, and we should be done. So that's kind of just annoying that we were either just a little bit too late with doing everything, and we have this issue now of having to, I mean, it shouldn't be an issue unless something horribly goes wrong, then it could be annoying, but we should be ready and prepared to finish the whole process. It's just slightly annoying because if we were like a week earlier, we would have had everything done already now, and we wouldn't have had to think about this anymore. So that's a little bit annoying. If you are wondering about exercise that I mentioned in the last video, I'm not doing any of that. You think I'm exercising at home? What do you think I am? A nerd? No.
We're gonna start, baby.
She says we're gonna start, but we won't.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
We will.
We got some exercise equipment for at home that is now in the other room and never gets used, because that's what you do with home exercise equipment. You know, we got like an exercise ball, we got some yoga mats, we got like a resistance band and that stuff, and it's all over there and we never use it. And that's probably where it's gonna stay, if I'm really honest. Also, I grew my beard out and my wife hates it.
Please help. Help somebody tell him that doesn't work, right?
It's staying forever. So that's kind of most of what is going on. We are sort of, well, the computer's here now. That's a good thing. So we can get started again on just getting my normal schedule, at least, like the one that I had in the Netherlands, of just at least filming and uploading. And like in my free time, most of what I did was train, you know, different martial arts or go weightlifting. And all of that is very limited now. Like also, I'm also not doing HEMA right now because our HEMA school that I'm in now, the group, shut down because of, you know, the end of the world and stuff. Which is, it's honestly, it's weird for me not to train, because I think that this marks the longest that I have not trained since I started training when I was like 16 or something. Just in general, because and it is an excuse because I could do home exercises, right? And I'm not, because I just don't like that. But still, it is weird for me to not do anything, because even in times when I could not do martial arts, or I would still do, HEMA, and even if there was like breaks that my HEMA school didn't work, there were still events, shows, reenactments, stuff that I did, and if I didn't do any of that, then I could still go weightlifting in the gym, and if I could not do that either, I had some equipment at home that I could use that I admittedly didn't use a lot, because like I said, I don't like it, but it was the absolute worst case scenario basically. But that kind of just never happened in my life yet, that I really wasn't able to do any sort of training that I want. And now that is happening, that I can't do any sort of training basically, besides body weight exercises, which are kind of difficult for me because of some mobility issues, and perhaps yoga, which is also difficult because of mobility issues. It's a little annoying, but well, I guess surviving is more important. I guess surviving is more important. So basically, my swords have been abused because they're basically just on the floor over there. Kind of trying to figure out like sort of a wall mount. My wife uses this background as a thing when she has studies and talks and whatever, and I really want there to be a sword, because she has all these books that are like about psychology and suicide and stuff, like that is important. About suicide and death, that's what she likes. So that's kind of all that's kind of lame. I really think she should have a sword in the background, just because that's sweet.
Talking about seppuku.
Exactly, seppuku. So and ultimately also, for me to get like a normal standard background to make videos in, I should have a wall mount somewhere, but I'm still not sure where exactly I'm gonna do that, because I'm also gonna use the computer as well. So we are gonna have to share this background, whether you like it or not. Like, I don't care if there's death books in the background.
It's not death books, it's prevention society books.
I should, when next time she's gonna make a live video, I should like sneak in a historical manual in the back, something like that. See if people will spot it.
Nobody understand.
Yeah, okay, fair. Nobody will understand. So, at least now I can start making videos again, and you are gonna see more videos of me again. I will upload on both channels. If you're subscribed to both, awesome. I love you. And that'll be the end. So I didn't figure out a good outro yet for this channel. So if you stuck around this long, you might as well subscribe. Also follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Because if you follow me on social media, then no, but
you're gonna follow me on social media.
Yeah, at least you know I'm not dead.
Yeah. No, you don't, because you don't put anything.
The stuff that I put on social media is related to how much I do outside of social media. So if I'm at home all day doing nothing, then I don't post a lot on social media. But let's pretend that the end of the world will at some day be over, and then follow me on social media. We'll do all kinds of great stuff, right?
Right, if you say so.
Right.
Investigate to self-respect.
Don't ask me to shave my beard. I'm not gonna. The more people will ask for me to shave my beard, the less I'm gonna shave it.
So ask him to let this weird girl forever, please.
You complain about my beard, but you don't complain about my hair. Like, my hair is so long.
Your hair is amazing. I love your hair. It's the reason why I'm free. It's the reason why I can handle this.
My hair was nowhere near this long when you met me.
It's amazing.
My hair is normally a lot shorter than people think.
The rule is how bigger is the hair.
Listen, this is also hair. Okay? You should respect it.
I disagree. Bye guys.
Bye guys.